so today is going to be episode 2 of my cosplay tips, and this one is going to be on wigs. So, let's just get right into it. And before I start, I just want to share where I got this wig. I'm going to link it below. I got it off of Etsy, and it's from this seller. And it's, oh, this wig is beautiful. It's my favorite wig that I have. It's my Daenerys wig. So yeah, I got it off of Etsy, and I'll link that down below because this seller has some beautiful wigs. And no, this is not sponsored, I just love the wigs. So anyways, let's just get right into it. So to start, I'm going to start with something that I have found to be super important. Before you buy any wigs, measure your head. You want to get the circumference of your head. I'll link down below a link to show you how to do this properly. And this is very important because sometimes you'll get like, okay, when you're buying wigs, you just want to make sure that it's going to be big enough so that you don't spend money and get something that's not what you want. Alright. And when you get your head measurement and everything, you want to keep this in mind while you shop. Next one is to be wary of eBay. Now, I'm not saying you can't get good wigs on there because I have gotten plenty of decent wigs on there and I love those wigs, but a lot of these wigs are very small, and if you have a big head and a lot of hair like me, eBay really isn't the best choice just because they're usually smaller. They're usually from China, and I believe they have a smaller average head size there too. So that's just something to keep in mind. And yeah, so sometimes these wigs are too small. And another thing that's also important to remember on eBay, a lot of people can just right click and save a picture from another seller of their wig and just copy it to the wig they're selling, and it might not actually be the wig that they are selling. So it's a stolen image from another person that's actually selling the wig you see in the picture, and this seller has just stolen their image for their wig. So it's always best to go on and read the user's reviews, look at the stars on their profile, and just pay attention for anything suspicious. But overall, you don't want to rule out eBay because you can get really good wigs on there. Just the best thing to do on eBay, like I said, read reviews and see if they have a description that says how big the wig is and how far it can stretch to and like what sizes it's best for and whatnot. Okay, so I like just spaced out for 3 minutes there. Just staring at my book, so getting back to what I was doing. Another important thing when it comes to wigs is you want to have proper wig combs. I will show you the wig brushes I have, and I can't remember the exact brand of them, so I will put a picture of that brand right here, and that is the brand or brands of hairbrushes that I have for my wigs. So you just need to remember that wigs are not real hair, obviously. Unless they were made from human hair, but that still isn't what I'm getting at here. It's not in your scalp. So if you pull it out, it's not growing back. So you want to be as careful with this as you can. And you don't want to brush the wig when it's wet either. That's an important thing to remember. But we'll get back to that in a minute. So I'm going to show you the brushes that I have from. Alright, so I just got my wig brushes and everything. Or 2 of them anyways. This one actually has a company written on the handle. You want to use something more like this on your wigs because it's gentle, it's made for wigs, and this is my personal favorite one. This one works so well. And this wig is actually very, very curly, and right now it's just brushed out, so I have to spray it to get the curls back. Which is another thing with wigs, you can just, if you want to get the curls back, if it came curly or something, and you just brushed it, just spray it with some water or just give it a bath. But yeah, so you can get the texture back. But yeah, you want to use a wig brush because these aren't going to damage your wig like using a regular brush might. And I have another one, which is this guy right here. I actually use this on my hair too, along with my Tangle Teaser. So this is a really nice brush for wigs as well. So overall, you just want to be really careful with wigs because they're delicate. It's not going to grow back. And you just want to be careful when you're brushing it and use proper tools for a wig. Storing wigs. Now you can store your wigs on a mannequin if they're styled a specific way. I still like to put, if I can, like a plastic bag over the wig, even if it's styled. If it's on a mannequin, I like to put a plastic bag over it just so that no dust collects on the wig. And if it's not styled, I will put it in these plastic bags that they came in, and I will first braid it, and then I just stick the braid and I put it into the wig cap like that, and then just slide it into the bag. And this keeps it from getting dust and from getting really tangled. And here's another one. I think this is my Princess Peach wig, which I do eventually have to style and get it on a wig to stay, or on a wig head. Excuse me, to stay. So I hope that made sense. When you're storing these, you can put them like in your dresser, in like the bottom dresser drawer, in a suitcase, or just anywhere where you can keep it protected, and yeah. And I'm trying to remember where I heard the suitcase method. I'll probably reference this in another video though, so I believe it was from Acceleration Cosplay. I believe that's where I heard it from. Like storing cosplay stuff in suitcases, but I will get back to that in another video. And because I believe it was her who had this tip, I'm gonna link her down below in the description. Alright, so next, my long-haired friends. So if you have long hair, or thick hair, or curly hair, or all of them like me, just know that you can get that mess into a wig. It's not always really fun. It can take a while, but just to go over a few quick tips, I will also link some videos down below on how to get long hair into a wig, because there's a bunch of different methods. And I just kind of, for this video, I just kind of threw this on. I have like a French braid going down that side. I kind of just stuffed it in the wig caps. And speaking of wig caps, when you have long hair or thick hair or whatever, you want to have, like, something that I find that's very helpful is multiple wig caps. Like I need even more than this, but I have 4 on underneath of this wig because it just keeps putting it down flatter and flatter, and you want everything nice and flat to get your wig on, and that does help by wearing multiple wig caps. I do like to wear my lightest wig cap, the one that matches the wig, not lightest, but the wig cap that matches the wig. I like to put that one on the top of the other wig caps. So yeah, here's a picture of my hair, and I can get it in here. But that's also where the wig stuff comes in, or the wig sizing comes in. You need to really, when you have a big head and a lot of hair, you really need to watch the sizes of the wig caps, because it really makes a huge difference on how easily you can get a wig on, or if you get a headache. It's great just getting a bigger wig. So, but other methods that work is like braiding your hair to get it under wig caps, and just different things like that. But like I said, I will link down below some tips on that go more into depth. But braids are your friend, and multiple wig caps are your friend with long hair. And next you want to treat wigs gently, just like you would treat your hair, but even more gently because, like I said before, that's not growing back. So that's pretty much self-explanatory though. So just be really gentle with your wig. Don't brush it when it's wet. And another thing is, don't buy shiny wigs because they don't photograph well. The only time that you may want to do that is if your cosplay calls for that, but usually that's probably not going to be the case. So just be wary of cheap, shiny cosplay wigs. And also, the next tip, pay attention to if your wig is heat resistant, because you don't want to use anything heat-wise on it unless you know that it is heat resistant, because you don't want to melt your wig. Now, most high-quality wigs will be heat resistant, and before I use a straightener or anything on a wig, I like to spray it with a heat resist spray. I'll go down to the basement and grab my heat resistant spray so I can show you an example. Now this is an old spray that I've had for a long time, so I don't even know if they make this anymore, but any heat resist spray is gonna be fine. So I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. This is the one that I use. It's Dove Heat Defense Therapy. And I've had this for a very long time now though, so I don't know if they make it. I haven't looked for it in a while because I still have a lot left. Initially, I bought this for my hair when I was straightening my hair a lot back when I was like, this can give you an idea on how long I've had this. Let's see, yeah, I used to straighten my hair when I was like 12-ish, 13, and I got this to protect my hair while I was doing that, and I am now 21, almost 22 in a couple weeks. So yeah, I've had this for a while. But I don't do anything with my hair anymore, like straightening it, because I don't want to damage it, so, but if I were to do that, I would use this on my real hair, too. So, yeah, this is good for, I use this on wigs. I'm getting a little off track there. So, yeah. The next thing that's pretty beneficial, though, with wigs is if you have a wig and it looks damaged, I found this video a long time ago. I'm going to see if it's still on here, and if it is, I'm going to link it below. A really nice thing that you can do to fix a wig that looks damaged or really ratty, you can take the section of hair that looks damaged and you can straighten it, and you can get, but by straightening it, you can get it to look a little bit better and less frizzy. One example of this is when I was making my Twilight Princess wig. I had these blonde wefts that I was sewing into the wig, and I dropped it on the floor and somehow it turned into this tangled mess. And I managed to salvage some of it. It was really difficult to get that untangled though. I don't know what I did to that, but I could salvage some of it by taking it and untangling what I could and straightening it to get it to look a little better. I did end up buying some more though because I didn't have enough from what I salvaged. But you can fix a wig a little bit by doing some straightening on it. So that's just one thing that's pretty nice about that. And the last thing that I want to go into in this video is websites where you can buy wigs. Like I mentioned before, eBay is one of them. Just be careful. And another website is Epic Cosplay Wigs. That is a really good website to get wigs. And Etsy is a really good website. And of course, Arda. And there's many websites where you can get some good wigs. These are just a couple of them. They're definitely ones you want to check out when you're getting your wigs. And also, some of these have like bigger wig sizes too. I believe Arda has, I believe their websites are their websites. I believe their wigs are usually a little bit larger. So that's really good if you have a big head. So yeah. So yeah, just, I guess the bottom line is, you're like the most, oh my gosh, I'm getting off topic here. Just pay attention to wig sizes and just read the description and the reviews and everything. And there, like I mentioned, there's other websites you can get wigs from too. Those are just a couple of them. And I think that's pretty much it. And I will probably end up with another wig video somewhere down the line with more tips. And in the meantime, just have fun cosplaying and don't get a headache with your wig. and just have a good time. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can like or subscribe, that's up to you. But just have a nice day, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye!